Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Any of the natural numbers, positive or negative, or zero. An integer is a number that is not a fraction. Any of the natural numbers, positive or negative, or zero. Put into a group. Determine the number or amount of. One of a series published periodically. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The number of parameters is small. The number is used in calling a particular telephone. He has an unlisted number. Add up in number or quantity. A short performance that is part of a longer program. It was one of the best numbers he ever did. A symbol used to represent a number. Place a limit on the number of. Enumerate. We must number the names of the great mathematicians. A clothing measurement. A number 13 shoe. A concept of quantity involving zero and units. Every number has a unique position in the sequence. An item of clothing. She preferred the black nylon number. A numbered item in a series. Take the number 2 to the main square, then change to the number 5. A numeral or string of numerals that is used for identification and may be attached to accounts, memberships, etc. She refused to give them her social security number. A select company of people. I hope to become one of their number before I die. Give numbers to. You should number the pages of the thesis. The grammatical category for the forms of nouns and pronouns and verbs that are used depending on the number of entities involved, singular or dual or plural. In English, the subject and the verb must agree in number. An integer that is a multiple of 2 or more other integers. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. 0 and 1 are digits. The length of breadth of a finger used as a linear measure. A finger or toe in human beings or corresponding body part in other vertebrates. One of 2 or more integers that can be exactly divided into another integer. The number by which a dividend is divided. A 2-digit integer, from 10 to 99. A businessman who buys or sells for another in exchange for a commission. Genetics. A segment of DNA that is involved in producing a polypeptide chain. It can include regions preceding and following the coding DNA as well as introns between the exons. It is considered a unit of heredity. Genes were formerly called factors. An abstract part of something. A key factor in her success. One of 2 or more integers that can be exactly divided into another integer. What are the 4 factors of 6? Consider as relevant when making a decision. You must factor in the recent developments. Resolve into factors. A quantum computer can factor the number 15. An independent variable in statistics. Any of the numbers, or symbols, that form a product when multiplied together. Anything that contributes causally to a result. A number of factors determine the outcome. Be a contributing factor. Make things factor into a company's profitability. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. Judge to be probable. be or play a part of or in. Elections figure prominently in every government program. A diagram or picture illustrating textual material. A decorative or artistic work. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The figure was about 1,000. A well-known or notable person. She is an important figure in modern music. Alternative names for the body of a human being. Imagine, conceive of, see in one's mind. Language used in a figurative or non-literal sense. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. A combination of points and lines and planes that form a visible palpable shape. A model of a bodily form, especially of a person. He made a figure of Santa Claus. An amount of money expressed numerically. A figure of $17 was suggested. A predetermined set of movements in dancing or skating. She made the best score on compulsory figures. A unitary percept having structure and coherence that is the object of attention and that stands out against a ground. The impression produced by a person. He cut a fine figure. Understand. He didn't figure her. An integer equal to or greater than 10. An integer that can be divided without remainder into the difference between two other integers. 2 is a modulus of 5 and 9. Physics. A coefficient that expresses how much of a specified property is possessed by a specified substance. The absolute value of a complex number. A prominent attribute or aspect of something. Generosity is one of his best characteristics. Any measurable property of a device measured under closely specified conditions. A distinguishing quality. The integer part, positive or negative, of the representation of a logarithm. In the expression log 643 equals 2.808, the characteristic is 2. Typical or distinctive. Heard my friend's characteristic laugh. Statistics, the entire aggregation of items from which samples can be drawn. It is an estimate of the mean of the population. A group of organisms of the same species inhabiting a given area. They hired hunters to keep down the deer population. The act of populating, causing to live in a place. He deplored the population of colonies with convicted criminals. The number of inhabitants, either the total number or the number of a particular race or class, in a given place, country or city, etc. People come and go, but the population of this town has remained approximately constant for the past decade. The people who inhabit a territory or state. The population seemed to be well fed and clothed.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.